pushing the button. And we are recording. I got Team Rick back, y'all. All right, so.
Back in effect.
Well, I'm going to do this real quick and get out the way because I want everybody to have these screen time and talk time. In this episode, we are doing Here Comes the Boom starring Kevin James. I got to look at
Ready or not.
I fucked that up. Starring Kevin James and motherfucking Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler.
Fonz, the motherfucking Fonz. Bas Ruten. You know what I'm saying? He's heavy in the MMA game. He's legendary. That wasn't like they didn't just.
Bas Ruten.
Bas Ruten is that dude for real. And Salma Hayek. She gonna be beautiful as fuck forever. She gonna be like the Mexican Sophia Loren. That's just.
It seemed like a forever thing. She definitely found a fountain of youth.
She's 54. I don't see her not being bad no time soon.
No, she's killing the game.
For real. Here Comes the Boom is basically about Scott Voss, a teacher who's like kind of lost interest in being a good teacher. He used to really give a shit, but the movie starts off with him being late to work, and you could just tell like he like fuck it, this is a paycheck. Some shit happens. They announce to all the staff that hey, we gotta make some budget cuts and music is out of here, motherfucker. And it's like, damn, I really rock with the music teacher. What can we do to save his job? They like, unless you got some money, nothing, motherfucker. Sit your broke ass down. So along the way, he just decides I'm gonna be an MMA fighter and fucking, you know what I mean, raise money so we can keep the not only music teacher but other positions that are being cut. But they really emphasize the music.
Yeah,
that's it in a nutshell. Anybody?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was a simple concept. It's like not far-fetched from what you would typically get from his movies. So it was on point.
Yes. All right, Ricky. You mind if I put you on the spot? What would you give it, and how would you sum it up?
Solid 7.
Okay.
I appreciated how fast it moved. Because like you said in the beginning, the premise got there within the first 10 minutes. They're like, we're going to tell you exactly what's happening. He's disenchanted. You know, he's riled up by the principal. Principal, like, calls his bluff. He's like, I got this. He likes Henry Winkler. Bam. Then, it doesn't take long for the premise to kick in. I love a good, like, training movie, like a Rocky type thing where, you know, he got to, like, train, montage, getting better.
I agree.
So I was like 7 out of 10. Solid movie. Wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't bad.
Okay.
I would actually co-sign that. I will say 7 out of 10. I think Rick pretty much hit all the points. And the thing is, you kind of know what you're getting into, and you get exactly what you expected. So if you expected any more, you're a dumbass.
I'm going to co-sign that, and I didn't know that was coming, but I got to co-sign that. And I think there are very few dumbasses in this regard. I don't think anybody went into this movie like, I can't wait for this fucking excellent movie that is better than anything in existence. And was like, that was okay. Like, I don't see that.
Yeah.
I want to jump in. I was going to give my score.
Please do.
Go ahead.
All right. Again, I always got to acknowledge that I stole this from Ricky. He gave me a good idea one day when I was stuck on a movie that I was torn up under. I was like, fuck that movie. It was good. And he was like, nigga, how you go from fuck that movie to it was good? So it made me feel like a 10. Bear with me, y'all.
Okay.
Because it was everything it should have been. I didn't even expect this movie to be this damn good. I'll be honest. Me and Ricky talked about it. I'm always asking my boys for like suggestions, and Ricky's like, "How about Here Comes the Boom?" And I was like, "You know what? I always thought about seeing that and never did." He's like, "Me too." So that's why I'm going to see it. This movie is surprisingly wholesome at times. The choreography is pretty damn good considering it's Kevin James. And like Rick said, you see where certain things are going, but it's done well. Like when you go on 3 dates with a girl and she lean in for a hug, you feel like this is coming, but you're not like, oh, that was all expected. No, you enjoy the kiss, you enjoy the experience. But I got to give it a solid 8. I remember one time, Ricky, you asked me, you was like, oh, you will put it up there with this? No, I got to go with a tier system because not every 8 is going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? But this movie did everything I wanted and a little bit more. I thought in the beginning of the movie, Kevin James was going to be just like, yeah, I mean, if you're not like as good as you was on Hitch, then I ain't gonna rock with you. And when he came off a little disenchanted, for lack of a better word, I want to call him an asshole. I was like, I ain't gonna like this. But the movie was typical but good. So made me feel like a 10. Realistically, I got to give it an 8 because I don't want nobody watching that movie and thinking that was nowhere near The Dark Knight. Nothing is going to be The Dark Knight.
Listen, if you watch Here Comes the Boom thinking you watch The Dark Knight, you don't know movies.
Yeah.
So, Rick, you gonna do it?
All right, let's do it. Here comes the boom.
Oh,
yo, that's actually perfect. All right, and tonight we're gonna try our strongest brew just yet. And I did want my boys to know.
Wait. When I take a sip, then you guys tell me what the alcohol level is.
Definitely. That's the deal. I got you.
Wait. What's the tagline? One teacher still believes in fighting for his students. I like that.
That's damn good. So, Rick, you come through in ways you don't even know, nigga.
Okay. I try.
All right, so
let's do it.
Cheers. Y'all know the last three-way we did was fucking Universal Soldier.
Right?
No, it's Universal Soldier. That was trash.
Ooh.
All right.
Woo. There's a Ric Flair right here. Woo.
Y'all know why? You know what? I'm still getting.
This is a strong foot. It's a strong foot.
I can't believe that, yo. I thought the worst was over, and it was like, shut the fuck up. In all fairness, I subject my friends to some shit, y'all. The Brewers crew, I've been putting through it.
It's gotta be like 15%.
Yeah.
This is like
You are
straight
actually the fuck.
alcohol. Oh, okay. That is strong.
That is up there.
Woo.
You know what? It's weird 15%. Because I can tolerate it better than the second strongest thing we had on here. Remember the 7-Eleven 4 taste?
15. Oh, baby girl with that 20%.
It's gonna be.
I'm gonna just get it out the way because I got my freezer cold, but I'm good.
I'm pounding this. I'm sorry. If I'm just sitting here drinking, it's because if I don't drink it while it's cold, I can't drink it at all.
That's true. But I actually enjoy it. You know what it is? The blueberry, and I typically don't like flavored beer because I don't have a good experience. Like any fruit flavored beer typically
flavored. It's not fruit flavored.
It's called blueberry.
Because that's part of the brewing process. Like I think they tried to like fool us. They didn't, nigga. Blueberries is part of this alcohol process.
But does it have a natural blueberry flavor though?
But it says it features local blueberries and honey.
Yeah, brewed with blueberries.
Yes. All right. I'm sorry. No. I'm misinterpreting what you were saying, Rick. I thought you thought the goal of this was to taste like blueberries. Like
no. Even like other I've tried, watermelon flavored beer.
Stupid for that. Oh God.
And no matter what, it never really tastes exactly like the fruit, but it always has like a mild hint and then a lot of that. So
it'll get you drunk.
But it does well to cover up the fact that it's really strong. Well, not for you guys.
It can't cover it up. Yeah. No, it can't cover it up.
I think over a certain percentage, you cannot make it not taste like shit. That's my feeling.
That is a fact. I've tried many beers, and if they're strong, you're gonna taste the crap. But
that's how he sounds like how I
feel. All right.
Go to the living room, buddy.
I'm gonna ask y'all some questions.
All right, let's do this.
Do y'all think it was a success?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely was.
In the movie theater?
Yes.
Yeah, because I think anybody who went to go see it knew exactly what they were going to go see.
And Kevin James was at some point like a decent name, like out there, like carried a little bit of weight.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I was wrong. I didn't think it flopped, but I thought everybody kind of was like on the same level as me with it. Like, I'm gonna go check that out and just forgot to. You know what I'm saying? But it made 73 mil. and the budget was 42 million. So I think I was spot
That's
on.
not bad.
It's not
Yeah.
bad, but it
I'm
ain't.
actually surprised at that budget though.
You are?
You think wait, you think it'd be lower?
Yeah, I thought it would be lower.
Did the movie
Yeah.
feel like a low budget movie to you?
Not a low budget, but not that much. It's like if you really look at it, there were like only like 3 places they mainly went or could have gone and just changed it a little bit. Like they didn't seem like they really traveled or went far or anything. It was like
perfect.
You know, it was like a few homes and like you could have used the same building for like what all his mini fights before the UFC. So I think most of that probably went just to paying the major fighters, but
There you go. I didn't want to, you know what I mean, interrupt, but they had to grease a lot of wheels because just use this was promotion for the UFC definitely, and it was riding the Kevin James wave, but it was still the UFC. They had to do a lot of while this is going, we're going to do that because you know damn well they wasn't bringing in that crowd like yo, just going to do this movie. Nah, that was like, all right, bring that shit in. They had a I don't want to say litany because I don't want to sound like I'm just trying to like throw words around, but there's a bunch of people really in here that if you're not like someone who watches the UFC often, you're like, all right, that dude with the green hair. Remember that motherfucker from the show on MTV? That was really a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I saw him from somewhere. I was like, nah, I think he's really a fighter.
Yeah, only person I couldn't tell you was a real fighter. 2 people rather. The first old black dude who fucked Kevin James up.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
That was fun. It was funny, and it, like you said, Rick, it was cliche, but it served its purpose. Yeah, I think the trainer dude, the striking coach, that's a real striking coach. You know what I mean? Bas Ruten, real MMA fighter. Mark Munoz, one of the people who Kevin James, or I'm sorry, Scott, he's a real fighter. So I can, you know what I mean, just using the Vegas backdrop and all that shit, I can see it. I can see easily.
Plus, like actor salary, you got a couple big names there. They're probably like paying them.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
that's too expensive.
Right.
I can't do.
Well, it makes sense. Still a lot of money.
Adorable, by the way.
What happened?
I say your son sounds adorable, by the way.
Oh, well, there you go. He watched it a little bit too, which
I thought he was trying to give us a take.
Not many movies catch his attention, so in the beginning he was kind of like, okay, all right.
He's like,
Like he got his ass beat. Like, hey, don't curse. But yeah, you're right.
He was right. I'm sorry, y'all. More so, I'm sorry, Ricky, because I know Rick is gonna make it, but me and Ricky are suffering through this.
No. I'm gonna finish it because I'm thinking about this at the end of the tunnel. Like, you know.
Random things. I want to talk about highlights, but after I dropped this random thing that I found out, I was looking at the cast. I wanted to talk about things, and I noticed. I think her name is Malia in the movie, the singer. In the credits, they list her as Charisse. And y'all know when people got one name, that means like, okay, this motherfucker famous, or they just cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? So she was doing her thing for a minute, right? She got songs from Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, or at least she sang with them. She was doing her thing. Well, yeah, I hadn't known about her. Had y'all heard about an Asian singer named Charisse?
No.
Okay. So I'm like, okay, let me find out who the Charisse is. And every time I Googled it, Jake Zyrus would come up, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Google was like, nigga, you want some bullshit? No, she transitioned. So that movie, yeah, she pulled the Wachowski. That's insulting. She transitioned, and now she's a he. So I was a little bit surprised to find out because I found her adorable in the fucking movie. She killed that singing part. I really enjoyed that.
Oh.
So yeah, highlights.
I'm glad you broke that down because I would have never known.
Yeah, it's all good. It's forgettable, but you know, I always I get things out of this. Honestly, I'm gonna throw something out there, y'all. This has probably been my best Brews watch. Not best movie, but best watch because
enjoyable.
Because I went from let me check this out. Me and Ricky both thought about seeing it. I think it'll be solid. To I enjoyed the hell out of this. Second, you know, Rick is probably what was the movie we watched with you know Satan, Angel Heart.
Oh, yeah, Angel Heart.
I'm only gonna say that second because of how like one-time watch worthy that movie is. I can revisit this. I'm not revisiting Anchor Heart. That movie.
I will say after the last two BREW's attempts movies I watched, I was happy to finally get to a movie that was good.
What were those movies, Ricky?
The last two hurt. What was it The House and The Game?
Look,
I ain't want
the House?
House.
Was that just House? Okay.
It wasn't a doctor movie.
He should have came in and saved it. He was like, wait, give me some drugs. This house sucks.
I can't do shit for that movie. But, all right. I know why, Rick. I know why you didn't want it. You were on the Rick was on the fence about this movie because he felt like it's pretty straightforward. We don't really usually we go back and forth. One of us thinks the movie is kind of whack. I thought Ricky would be more hard on it, but he enjoyed it.
You know what? Because I knew what to expect, and you know what? I needed that. Like sometimes you just need an average movie that gives you a little bit of laughs with some decent acting that's not meant to disappoint. Like it hit me right in the middle. It was like a hug. Like it was like you know what to expect from the hug. It felt good.
Yes. It was very agreeable.
Plus Salma Hayek on Monday every day. You know what I'm saying?
This was a surprisingly good movie. I thought it was going to be like King of Queens trying to send May out. You know what I'm saying? But
like Rick pointed out before too. Sorry to cut you off.
Good.
Rick pointed out too. Like I am a big fan of training, like movies where you training and then you like come out in the end. It's a feel good movie. You get in there, you're like. You're like, oh snap, what's going to happen? Oh, here's the training part. Oh, here it comes. And then it's like, that's exactly what I expected, but I felt good.
Yeah, hey, let me tell you, training parts, I'll be wanting to watch Creed 2 just to watch that dude run like in the desert. Like doing that whole training montage in the desert, I'll be like, I'll watch this whole movie just for that.
Yeah. True.
I won't lie, watching this movie, at first, I was mad when Salma Hayek's character had her fake Adrian moment where she tried to sway him. I was like, bitch, you went all the way there, and that's what you gonna tell him? What kind of shit? Right? But then she pulled a complete 180 within a matter of like fucking 8 hours the next day. Like, you can do it. I oversee them kids. I'm like, man, that was too brief. Adrian was invested because that was her fucking fiance. You gave this dude a kiss when he got his ass whipped several times. You ain't that invested. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But he won. No, wait, he won. So she was like, "Now I'm on board."
Now I'm gonna give him a kiss.
He's on the uprise.
Yeah, it was definitely cool, but I just felt a little bit conflicted. Like, you are not involved enough in his life to fairly try to sway him the wrong way. You should just be encouraging. I didn't feel like their relationship was that strong where I'll accept her being you can't do this. Like, bitch, he don't need to hear that right now. He gonna get his ass whooped tomorrow. You should just like, good luck, nigga. That's it. I mean, cut that bullshit out. Yeah. But as far as the training montage, I definitely got a little bit of Creed 1 in there. Like I was really enjoying it. Surprisingly more than what I thought this movie would offer.
You know, first of all, when he was doing the hands and the ducking thing, I was sold. When he got the hands feet up and started doing like the little bob and weave, I was like, he got me. Yeah, I'm sold.
Dude, you left this movie a fighter. Like you went to this, like you. I ain't gonna say you're gonna go out there and start MMA fighting, but like, how many people could just start moving like that?
If you give somebody $10 million in 3 months, that's
some
good photography.
No matter what, still impressed though. Still impressed by it.
Definitely. I don't mean to take that away. That's one of my highlights. I think he sold it very well. He sold the idea of a teacher who don't know shit about, MMA other than wrestling. Wrestling is very important. He sold it. There was only probably a handful of times where I was like, that was so telegraphed and it shouldn't have been that visible. There was a 1-2 punch that he moved out the way of. I was like, yes. As someone who just watches fights, I don't fight at all. I ain't fucking probably high school or middle school, you know what I'm saying? Besides pushing grown ass men out my face. There was one time where he he dodged the 1-2, and I was like,
Yes.
they could have hit that better. But for the most
But
part, I really bought Kevin James' athleticism. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very believable considering not just the fact that he's tubby, but he's just an actor and not an athletic actor. Michael B. Jordan, of course we're gonna buy into him. He trains, he's fit, you know. But
he's built, he got all that, it's expected. Him, it wasn't, and he carried it very well. I was like, oh.
Except for the one part I didn't buy was all the heavy hits he was getting that wasn't knocking him out. I don't buy into this
that
guy
I
getting
agree.
knocked out thing. There were several hits where I'm like, that would knock out anybody.
I was saving that for when you asked the question, you know, like, all right, what do we like the negative aspects?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm sorry, I didn't bring up.
So I was holding off on that.
Fuck that.
I wasn't buying it.
I hear you.
But Rick touched base on one of the major two. I have two things. One, I understand it's a movie, short time, but it's really, really stretched. Like, my dude, you went from 0 to infinity real quick.
Also,
like, because he started off, he got punched one time and he was out. Now he's fighting a UFC fighter, the champion, after how many fights? And it's not like they said, oh, this was spanned out. Like, so it's still a very short amount of time to be taking out a UFC fighter. So with that, you have to go in with the mindset that it's a movie. You know what? That's why I say if you go in, you got to go in knowing what to expect. Because you can't take it as a real, like, this ain't real. And my second thing is exactly that. Like, my dude, you got hit once, you were out. Now you're taking like 50,000 hits. And
Superman punches, crazy like elbows.
Dude got Superman punched twice. Twice. I kept calling it out every time it happened. I'm like, and then like the whole grip thing, cute. I kind of feel like I wish he didn't let go. Like
when he let go, I thought he was gonna break his arm.
Yeah,
so I was worried. So like when the whole thing was like he's just enduring, I'm like, you can't endure getting that move without any like resistance for like however long it was. I don't know, like 30 seconds.
Hyperextended. Not to say it's not valid, but there's been a lot of situations where people should have tapped, didn't, and by the grace of God endured it. But I feel like it was, I bought into it for the sake of it being formulaic. I actually thought he was going to do what Salma Hayek did on a date that they had and just like hit him. But no, they was just like, no, he's going to stick to it. And you know what I mean? Like, and that slam to me came out of nowhere because there was no.
I knew the slam was going to happen. I kept yelling, slam him, slam. That's the part. I got super hyped. I got way too hyped.
Fuck we bought into this movie. There's no way.
That's what it is. Like, I love movies like Real Steel. Oh my gosh, tearjerker. Like,
what?
I'm like,
I love you, bro. I love you. But I remember watching that movie. Like, if they don't hurry up and get to the cheesy part, Ricky, you're fucking champion.
I had to as fast as possible. I'm Usain Bolt with Nancy drinks. You just got to go for
it. I took 2 shots of tequila before this, so
tequila.
I'm here with it. And I'm already like, I'm feeling this 15%.
Oh,
I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm gonna get drunk. Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta pump the brakes. I didn't do this just right. I forgot to ask, what do y'all think of the beer? Give me a number and description.
Ooh, the beer is deceptive. I'm gonna go for 5 because the flavor was awful, but the drunkenness ability is high, which I appreciate. So it just meets in the middle.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I think it's a 7 kind of night. I mean, I drink a lot of different drinks. So out of all of them, I've had other strong beers, and I will say this tastes better than a lot of other ones I've tasted.
Oh God!
Wait. To back up on him, I would drink this again.
Yeah.
To get drunk. I
would only drink it if it's doing brews. It was one of the rare occasions where we all linked up because, you know, our schedule is so fucking different. Or, dog, it is a night where it's going down. I got a fucking warning on 10 minutes. These niggas is tripping. They like, yo, you gonna pay us. I'm like, I stopped paying y'all, so I'm gonna try and wrap this up. I would give the beer a 4.25 because the taste is god awful, but it will get you there automatically. You know what? I'm sorry.
It'll get you drunk.
I'll bump it up to a 5. This tastes terrible, but in my opinion, it's not the most absolute terrible thing that we've consumed on this show.
Yes.
That stout we had, I couldn't even fucking finish it. I think that was 13%. This is 15%. You do not pull this out to give to a girl if y'all ain't familiar yet, because she gonna think you trying to do some Bill Cosby shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you gonna give it to her because you probably are.
So yeah, here at BREW, we don't endorse that. You give it to a girl who trusts you.
Consent, please.
Yeah, you give it to anyone who trusts you enough to know that y'all drinking this for a reason. You're probably giving this to your girlfriend because she's finally allowed you to give you the dookie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
or your wife.
You know, I want to say something. You know, I want to say something.
So, sidebar without being too specific, because I love these niggas and I respect their privacy. I'm probably gonna have to give my boy Ricky 2 of these. That's it. We're working with 8 minutes, y'all. My fault. I gotta anticipate these niggas not giving us the full time no more.
Wait, how much are they actually giving us?
45 when it's 3 people.
Yeah, I gotta start paying for it again.
Yeah. Turkey Day is $3.99.
Okay. What y'all want to do?
Yeah, just so y'all know. Yeah. it's the free 99 I got him. It's not the Drake. It's the free 99.
That's a deal.
It's nasty, and then it's nasty again. Highlights, gripes, anything, or y'all want to add on to it?
Highlights is anytime Salma Hayek is on. The acoustic "Here Comes the Boom" song in the airport because I was feeling it. And the parts where I did believe Kevin James could be a fighter, I enjoyed every part where it was just believable enough for me to buy in. So I like that.
All right. Mine's pretty much the training and the end. Excuse me. It's a lot of filler, a lot of feel good, but that's already expected. But
I needed more of his friend who was his actual brother. I like that guy. He was fun.
I do like that guy.
I thought that was. Oh yeah, he looked just like Vanessa's brother. Thank you.
Hold up, was that not his brother in the movie?
No, I don't think it was his brother in the movie, which was weird to me.
Wasn't.
Hold up, the guy who was married and the wife had 5 kids.
Was his friend because they mentioned having different dads.
What? The whole time I thought it was his brother. They looked very.
Because it's his actual brother.
Yeah. That was a bad idea. Just say it's his brother. I
don't think so.
I felt the same way. They look too similar for me to be buying.
They look way too similar. I'm telling you, that's his brother the whole time.
All right. Well, now you know. Still fucking great.
I mean, also, I was also drinking when I was watching it, just to throw that out there. So
this nigga always pregame.
Look, because here's the thing: you drink. If it's a bad movie, you still kind of enjoy it because you don't care.
That's true.
If it's good, you enjoy it double.
That sounds like a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
He's on what I was talking about. He's on.
All right. I won't cut you off, Ricky.
No. So I mean, mainly the training, the montage, and the end where it was going down. Because honestly, it looked like a good fight.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and especially the whole. First of all, I'm a big fan of people getting lifted and bodied. So when he did that, I was like, get him, and then bam, it happened. I was like, ha! I didn't think he should have been out cold that fast though, but.
Oh no, man! That was from a very high ups,
Watch a couple fights. Watch a couple MMA fights, dude.
I get that.
Any defenseless slam, man, from that height or not even that high, will just put you out.
Yeah, and it's sports.
This is true.
It's not just like you being dropped.
True.
Some of my highlights. Well, mine is what Ricky said already because he mentioned mine. Salma Hayek. There's one scene where they're at Kevin James' crib on a date. And they give you a glimpse. And that's enough. It's PG-13. But if you're an adult male and you know what titties look like, that is enough for your mind to go, fill in the blanks.
Speaking of adult male, that dress she was wearing at the UFC event, I was appreciative.
Yeah. I smelled. It was on some. I'm trying to see what that thing smelled like. So again, one of the highlight for me, funny moment. One of the many funny moments in this movie. When Bas Ruten was going to Kevin James to have a real serious moment with him, or heart to heart rather. He was teaching a yoga class, and there was a guy with his ass up in the air, and he had a plumber's crack, and it was cheesy, but it was so perfect because Bas Ruten's character laughed just like we would, but watching him laugh made me laugh more.
Wait, Ricky interjection though. Right before they showed him, they showed this chick in gray sweatpants or yoga pants, and I was on board. Like on board.
Stiff as a board.
Yeah. I will point out too, because none of us mentioned him. I like the dude from the the night class that he had.
Dude, he was super funny. He was so funny.
The guy who was like, "I'm citizen twice."
I really liked him. He was like, so I'm citizen. he was
like, I would name my son after you. His name is Sergio, but I can change it.
Dude,
I really dug him.
He did not ever accept that he wasn't a citizen. That's what made me laugh. Like, he like, fuck what you saying.
He was hilarious. Like the Kenny, he was hilarious. But I really dug him.
I enjoyed that class. I like the whole get down. And my second highlight, because my homies already mentioned some of mine in theirs. This movie is surprisingly wholesome, and I'm a big fan of like really well-sold moments with family. And the little girl sings, Charisse, who is no longer Charisse, she sings very well. And then I was thinking, oh, this is a potential tearjerker moment, but I'm a softie with shit like this, right? Potential tearjerker. I held it back. Then they show her motherfucking dad crying. And I just had to close my eyes. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So, yeah, all right.
So I would definitely recommend this movie to almost anybody, unless you don't like feel-good movies at all.
Yeah.
I think almost anybody will enjoy this movie because if you can watch the trailer or if you know what Kevin James is about, and if you saw Hitch and you liked it, if you ever thought anything he said was funny, if you think he's not annoying as fuck to watch,
or Mocap,
I think they have a good time. So.
He wasn't bad in that new Adam Sandler movie on Netflix, You Be Halloween.
I did not see that.
I watched it. To watch it, it's not that bad.
Really?
I was surprised.
I am very surprised. Okay.
We got a minute and 30 seconds, y'all. I'm going to get my closing thoughts on the beer, if y'all don't mind.
Okay, I was going to wrap it up. My thoughts on the movie real quick. If you are a UFC fan, a Kevin James fan, or a good family movie fan, it hits all three. Bam. Watch it.
That was fucking perfect.
I would just tell everybody, watch it. You got nothing to lose.
What about angry motherfuckers who hate everything?
Then don't watch
it. Like it too. Because they get hit.
All right. What's your closing thoughts on Exit 3, Blueberry Braggot Honey Ale, brewed with blueberries, which is 15% alcohol?
If you want to watch hooker spit out your mouth, you should drink this because it'll get you drunk.
No. People, you know what to expect. Don't do it, yo. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh.
You didn't make your teeth first. That is money not well spent. Jesus Christ.
Exactly. I don't know what you say after that. Like